Hi, everybody. It's James from the Evermore podcast, your Newcastle United podcast on the Evermore YouTube channel. We're back with another Rumour Has It video, my first one today, another player linked with the club. This one has been linked with us for quite a while now, and that's Lucas Paqueta. I've got some great stats to show you guys today and what this player will potentially bring to the club if we can get him over the line this summer. The transfer window, of course, opens in less than a week's time, next Friday, 10th of June. And I'm sure we're going to have plenty of content to bring you over the next few days and all throughout the summer. Before we get into that, though, thank you very much for watching. If you do like this video, please give it a like and hit that subscribe button to be notified whenever we put out any new content. Right, let's take a look at Lucas Paqueta. He's a very exciting prospect, only 24 years old. Yet to hit his peak, but already playing at a very high level with Lyon. And with 32 Brazil caps to his name already, he'll certainly be one to watch at this year's World Cup. He was branded the new Kaká when he broke onto the scene and moved to AC Milan in a very high-profile move from Flamengo when he was only 21. It was a comparison that ultimately he struggled to live up to at Milan, but only 18 months on, he was sold to Lyon for 20 million euros. And Milan's loss was ultimately Lyon's gain as he began to really flourish in the French division. He's played predominantly as a number 10 for much of his career, but he can also play as a more traditional central midfielder. This season, he's been used in a three-man midfield, often operating on the right-hand side. Of course, we all know he already has a very good relationship with Bruno on and off the pitch. The two played at Lyon together for a season and a half before Bruno joined us in January. And in their time together at Lyon, Bruno usually operated in the deeper midfield role in the three, which did allow Paqueta to advance and influence the play more further up the pitch. He's graceful, he's very accurate in possession. What is impressive about his game, though, is that he's also a player who actually enjoys doing the dirty work too. He can do a job defensively, either working well with the fullback and the rest of the midfield to break up attacks, something that Eddie Howe will like, and something that we already know Joe Linton and Bruno do very well. If we just take a quick look at some of his stats here, you can see he scores very highly on attacking attributes, expected goals, expected assists and shots, all very high. Possession stats also extremely impressive. Pass attempts, pass completion and touches, some in the 90s, which is just incredible. A lot to get excited about with this player. His playing style is something that lots of our fans would immediately warm to. He's very skillful. Is often seen pulling off ridiculous skills and tricks to evade defenders or playing an audacious through ball pass. He can do it all. A player with real samba flair, it has to be said, and a lot of technical ability. And it's obvious Paqueta is very skillful. But as I said earlier, he doesn't let this affect his ability to be an important cog within the team as he does work very hard for the rest of the team. And unsurprisingly, the majority of passes he receives are on the right-hand side of the pitch, in and around the halfway line. If I go back to that there, you see his heat map there. It's predominantly on that right-hand side. And he usually participates in the first phase of possession, receiving the ball from the centre-backs and moving it up the pitch to the more advanced players. It also enables him to create separation from opposition defenders for a while, following which he can drift into these attacking positions and with less attention and act a bit like a bit of a decoy in that sense. Now, if we compare him to Allan Saint-Maximin, who is unquestionably our most creative player right now, you can see from this slide that Paqueta blows him out of the water on virtually every attribute. Expected goals, expected assists, shots on target, goals per shot, key passes, and the amount of times that they're dispossessed, he beats him hands down. The only thing that Maximin has over him really is dribbles and dribbles attempted and completion percentage, and that says a lot, especially what Maximin has been doing in the team this season. A lot of the time running down blind alleys. Now, they do play in different positions, of course, it's clear, Maximin is much more attacking, usually plays on that left-hand side on the wing. But on this basis, on this slide comparison basis, Paqueta could play on the right-hand side in a 4-3-3 on that attacking role, which we all know Eddie Howe loves to play. And of course, Maximin would stay on the left. So there is an argument to say if Paqueta did come in, you wouldn't come in to replace ASM. It would be to replace Almiron or Ryan Fraser. Now, on the flip side to that, he could easily drop into the midfield three to play alongside Bruno and Joe Linton, again on that right-hand side. I think his versatility will be a very attractive prospect for Eddie Howe, the fact he can play a few different positions. Personally, if it was me, I would play him in the midfield three, but I just thought I would show you this slide as a bit of a comparison to ASM, who we all know very well. So I'll finish on a quote. The great Thierry Henry was recently asked about him, to which he said, "I love his dribbling and blind passing, but what I love the most about Paqueta is his desire, his activity, his selflessness, and his commitment." And that's very, very high praise indeed from such a legend of the game. So yeah, it seems like a no-brainer, this one for me. Out of all of the players we've been linked with so far, he's the most exciting for me, the one I'd love to see more than any other. And with him, Bruno and Joe Linton, I think that would be arguably the best midfield three in the Premier League. But look, he won't be cheap. I think there's a price tag of £60 million being quoted for the player, and that could rise if the likes of Arsenal or PSG continue to show an interest in him, which all intents and purposes, they already have made contact with Lyon about his availability. But I think with having Bruno at the club, a really strong finish to last season, what we're building right now, I think we would be in the driving seat to land him. So yeah, let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope we can get this one over the line. That's about it from me today. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate all the engagement, all the views, all the comments that we've been getting recently. It's been phenomenal. So thank you, everyone. Stick with us for the summer. We've got plenty more on, and I'm sure there'll be several more of these videos over the next few weeks. And we've got some ever more specials lined up also as well. So watch this space. Just leaves me to say thanks again for watching again, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.